What's up, everyone? Before we start the show, since recording, Niantic has announced the Battle Showdown, a fighting-type event that's going on between May 1st and May 14th. Double XP for gym battles and raid battles. There's also guaranteed 3,000 Stardust for participating in raids. You'll also earn at least one rare candy per raid, so this is great even if you do level 1 raids. There's going to be extra bonuses at gyms, including double badge multipliers and extra items, all that stuff. And then, shiny Makuhita, shiny Metadite. This is nuts. Get out there and catch them. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Lured Up, episode 29. I'm one of your hosts, Ken Pescator, joined by 3 people today.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we have our co-hosts, Melissa Pescator and Adam Tuttle. Guys, how are you?
What's up?
Hey. But we have a very special guest today. We have straight from YouTube, Khylerr's on the show. Khylerr, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hello, Khylerr.
I'm great. How's it going?
So excited to have you on, man. I'm looking forward to getting to know you a little better, man. I'm pretty excited, but let me do a little housekeeping first. Today's episode is going to be brought to you by patreon.com/GottaWatchEmAll. We would appreciate it if you checked it out. Got some modest goals up there. We're looking to get $100 a month. If we do, on both of our podcasts, the Gotta Watch 'Em All, the full format Pokemon show, and on Lured Up, we're going to do $25 gift card giveaways each week. Ooh. So let's hit that number. We could help out the community, and everyone wins.
Free stuff.
Poke coins.
Exactly. Stuff. Well, that's what I said. If I could pay you directly in incubators, I would. But on today's show, there's a lot of news we're going to cover up, a lot of tidbits. You know, by the time this releases, the Earth Day stuff will just come to a close. So that stuff's all wrapped up. We're going to talk about how that went for everybody. There's also going to be a research rotation. There was a teardown of the 0.101.0 FM came out. There was an APK teardown. There's a lot of good little goodies in there, a lot of quality of life stuff. And the interesting topic of the week is going to be John Hanke gets cornered by a rabid trainer on a plane and interrogated, and we got some good information out of it. So he kind of spilled the beans a bit on some stuff. We'll talk about it. Now, I wonder if he was like, a couple cocktails in, you know what I'm saying? Like, that might be why he
or maybe
why he
was
talked.
Just feeling the good vibe from this
I don't know.
Pokemon trainer.
I don't know. Adam did a little bit of the show notes tonight, and he just wrote Adam's crazy night in the show notes. So
I can't wait to hear about that.
I mean, it's more like 15 minutes, but
and we are going to put together a battle party today, but
whoop.
a little bit different this time. We're going to put a battle party together of our favorite Pokemon from Gens 1, 2, and 3. So a little bit different. This one was hard as hell.
Oh,
it was tough. But anyway, I want to introduce Khylerr. How are you, man? Why don't you give everyone a quick rundown of who you are, what you do, and we'll start picking your brain about Pokemon and the content that you create. But go ahead, man. Introduce yourself.
Sounds good. Well, I'm Khylerr. I make videos on YouTube, in the YouTube world. I'm not sure, would that be Poketuber? I'm not sure what category I would come on to.
I think Poketuber works. I think that's what.
Yeah, you're definitely a Poketuber.
The campy, cheesy name that kind of is accepted and I love.
It's like extremely cheesy, but you just kind of go with it. I make Pokemon videos, just the Pokemon Go, of course, about travel and just exploring. It's a lot based around, like, it has the Pokemon element, but it's also the travel, see the world, catch all the regionals kind of goal there too.
I think, Adam, you stumbled upon the channel, right? I think you were. I don't know. How did you find it? How did you find him?
It was just on my, because I have, I watch Netflix and stuff on my Xbox 360. Oh, man, it's so old. But we actually have YouTube on there, and it just kind of showed up as, like, I kind of was just scrolling through, and I saw it, and I was like, man, these are so good.
Hell yeah, Khylerr, you're optimizing properly. You get shown up in the
that's perfect. That's good feature. To know. Yeah.
No, that's awesome. And when Adam showed me the channel, and this was just not even a week ago, I kind of went down the rabbit hole and started watching all your older videos. And
oh God,
dude, I was exceptionally impressed, and it was one of those moments where I was like, this channel is so refined that and I saw you just hit 800 subscribers.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
awesome,
Nice,
dude.
dude.
Congratulations. That's so
Thank you.
awesome. And I'm definitely guilty of being in the camp where I have a couple go-to YouTubers for Pokemon Go, and they're all the biggies. I'll Trainer Tips is my number one.
Oh, I
and
love him.
I'll sometimes watch Reversal. I like watching Holly's videos, but there's so many Poke-tubers that are, not at that level of subscriber count or anything like that. But in the case like yours, man, the quality and
you deserve to be like
it's
on the top
insane,
spot.
dude. It's insane. The videos were awesome. I was exceptionally impressed with the quality and production value. And I'm like a total nerd when it comes to that kind of thing in videos.
Oh, same. That's like my whole life. I've been making videos for, like, I think since I was in 8th grade. I got my first little camera, and that's just when it just fell into it of just everything I did. I filmed and just kind of went from there.
No, it's
Wow.
I love editing and that process, and
Yeah.
you have some exceptionally great stuff on your channel. I recommend
Thank you.
everyone. We'll put the link in the description, so you need to check them out because the quality is top notch, and I have a feeling that it's not going to be long before your sub count is in the four digits.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure this is going to be a quick ride for you, man, because you definitely deserve it. But anyway,
Thank you.
I'm going to start interrogating you now. I need to know your
Okay.
level, your team. Tell me how you play. What's your favorite Pokemon? Give me the skinny
Okay,
on
okay.
how you're at, where you're at.
So I'm pretty low on the. Everyone's hitting 40, and I'm still at 36.
Hey,
So I'm a
that's
little
fine.
bit on
That's
the-
modest. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I'm a little bit on the lower end, but I've never
It's okay.
I never cared a whole ton about being the highest level. I just want to catch them all, and then all of a sudden everyone's hitting level 40. I'm like, oh, I need to catch up. Where's my lucky eggs? How do these work? Raids?
That's
Okay,
like
let's do
that.
this.
That's you're like
Yeah,
that's
that's
like
exactly
Melissa.
where I'm at right now.
Yeah. Everyone's all of a sudden hitting 40 at once. Okay, I am not even halfway there. Awesome. So I'm Team Instinct too, by the way.
Whoa, Adam!
Ooh.
Yeah, underdogs. Everyone
All
loves a
right,
good
let's team
underdog.
up. Let's do this.
Yes, it's great. It's great because I was at a Mewtwo raid today, and it's funny because they'll try to split it up. Like Mystics over here, Valor over here, and then Instinct over here, and there's 3 of us over here, and then everybody else.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
got to
it's
just
great.
trickle in with the Valor.
Yeah, that's what happens every time. We're just
Team
okay, I
Orange.
guess you guys will go with Valor, and we're like, awesome.
Did you catch it?
Yes, I did. I was
Awesome.
so.
All right.
It was at the very last ball too. It was
Oh, that's
most nervous.
nail
It's
biting.
I kept missing it. When you misjudge. I don't know. It was I missed 4 balls throwing it. It was awful.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the worst.
What number
Yeah.
Mewtwo is this for you?
It's my third.
Okay.
Nice. All right, so we'll get into the EX the EX rollout because it's I've got an interesting little narrative about the EX raid that I was at today and how the EX raid coming next week that I got another pass for is pertains to that. But who's your favorite Pokemon?
Eevee, not evolved, just Eevee as
Yes.
himself. I love Eevee.
Awesome.
Yeah, I just imagine just having him, putting him on my shoulder, walking
just so
around.
I'm wearing an Eevee shirt right now.
I was just gonna say that.
Yes.
That's awesome. And, this is something I heard you mention in one of your videos where you're talking about dex entries. And, I see that you're making all these dex entries, and you said that being, in the YouTube game kind of affects the pacing of how you fill out your decks because you kind of want to capture these moments on film. Now, I was
Yeah.
enjoying the hell out of the videos because I was like, dude, it's dex entry after dex entry. I was like, this is awesome. It's like you watch, some of the more popular, high volume Poke-tubers, and it's like they're just catching what's there, and it was like, all right, this is awesome. He's getting dex entries. But then, I kind of had this aha moment. I was like, yeah, if you're pumping out content consistently, you definitely will have to slow down certain things with your gameplay to make sure that they happen on film, right? That's got to be weird.
Yeah, and it's I have a few that I'm still sitting on. I can't remember which ones. They're lower ones, but it's still I think I was sitting on a slack off or a slacking for a month, having enough, and it's just waiting for the right time.
Exactly, right.
When there's
right.
no Pokemon Go news, when there's nothing because it's a big part of it. It's thumbnail. You need something to be
Right.
the thumbnail that's gonna like be attractive to look at, and I feel like dex entries are really attractive to look at in the thumbnail. So it's like waiting for the right moment that you can evolve one. I've actually done that a few times. Like my Salamence, I named him Clickbait just because I needed a thing.
That's perfect.
Got to the end of the video, I'm like, oh, what am I gonna title this? Salamence. We're evolving a Salamence. That's what we're doing today.
That's awesome. And what are your goals with YouTube now? I kind of think I have a feeling of how you're going to answer this with travel being the focus, but
yeah,
is that what you see this channel going for you? Like where it would take you? Like, is that something you're looking to do? Is really get out there and get these regionals?
Yeah, I feel
so
like
awesome.
For a big part, the regionals is that it's a good incentive to go to different places, especially with there's so many. There's like in Africa, and I think does New Zealand have one now? They're starting as more generations come out. There's just being placed all over, so it's more incentive to go to these new places. And then just this year, I'm seeing how big the community is just at all these different places. Like I think Trainer Tips right now is in Morocco, and he's just showing off the smaller communities of these rural places. And it's just stuff like that. Like I want to, of course, catch all the regionals because that's just a goal of just completing the Pokedex. But I want to experience these different places that they come from and kind of bring that to film and kind of, because I know that a lot of people can't afford to travel and can't, they have kids, they have other things in life. They can't just go jump on a plane and to go catch a Corsola. So it's like,
you really don't understand.
That's like,
my heart is breaking right now because you're telling my story.
Yeah. So it's like I kind of want to bring that experience of I'm going to do that, and then
that's beautiful, man.
I want you to go for me, go.
No, and that's my favorite element of Trainer Tips videos because he doesn't just capture the gameplay. I mean, there's freaking a million videos I could watch for just gameplay. Gameplay is the small part of what interests me when I'm watching Pokemon Go YouTube. I want information, and I want it to be put with in a nice, pretty package with a bow on top. And that element of capturing a local community, Pokemon Go or not, just that the actual community itself. That's awesome because I would never see it. Like he's in Morocco right now, and Melissa, we were watching the video, and she goes, "Yo, what the hell?" She goes, "Look at all these dudes' styles." She goes, "Every dude that he's with, every guy that he was with, had like fly ass clothes on.
Nice
like they looked awesome."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Look at their clothes." I go, "How awesome!" I said, "You would never see this kind of grouping of fashion and gaming together here, like in where we're at. We're in the Jersey Shore. Where are you from, Khylerr?"
I'm from Idaho. Small town Idaho. Kind of moving around right now. I'm between Salt Lake City and Utah and Idaho just because my job has me going back and forth a lot. But yeah, that's where I'm from.
Yes, nice. So we're at the Jersey Shore, and
I'm up in New Hampshire.
You when you see the gamers around here, you're like, yeah, that dude's a gamer. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but it's really cool when you get that sense of the culture in the video, and so I really appreciate that, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I wish you the best.
Send a good karma your way, Khylerr.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
I feel like the game just in itself, it's such a simplistic idea that you can mold it to be whatever you want. Like the idea is you walk around and catch Pokemon, but then you can do so much with that because there's the community that comes around it. There's the regionals, so it's like this travel to this place. I think it's so cool how it incorporates the whole world, and that's why I still play it and still I'm so entertained by it, is because you can make it whatever you want. If you want to be creative with it, you can make videos around it. If you want to find some friends, it's a great way. If you're in a new place, to, like, go out and meet people. So I like it. It's great.
Yeah, or if you want to be a geek and sit at home and spoof all day and not do anything.
Down, girl.
Sorry.
She's ready to go. The internet is trying to
She's ready to go.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Lock it up for now.
For me, at my apartment right now, there's a gym. So there's a church that's right across the street, and I can GPS drift into the gym. So it's just like laying in bed, battling this gym every morning. It's great.
That's
awesome.
fantastic.
I feel like I'm so privileged in that moment, but
my house is a spawn point, so we could turn the game on at any given point, and there'd be like a cluster of 4 or 5 Pokemon just for no reason, just random.
Actually, I'll tell you what's here right now.
I'm sure it'll pop up in a
It'll
second.
be like, let's see.
Come on, wasn't this in the last update? They said they were going to address Pokemon loading faster.
Well,
Yeah, right.
Because we got the
BS.
nearby blackout.
BS.
The internet. The internet is vicious. But
Well, I feel like if you were looking for like a house and you play Pokemon Go, like where's the nearest gym or Pokestop actually like plays into that purchase. I want this house because there's a gym across the street.
all right, the
right over
Pokemon
there, and that's
just popped. The Pokemon just popped. We got a Whalmer, a Natu, a Zatu, and a Seedot right now.
Is it going to be shiny?
It's not going to be shiny.
Shiny.
It's not
It's
shiny.
not
So you're not
shiny.
gonna get it.
Dude, I gotta say, let's get into the news, and this will kind of go into like our experiences of the week here. But by the time this podcast comes out, the Earth Day rewards will have ended, and they were extended. What?
Oh, that's right. It ends tomorrow.
You got see? I told you to get out there and freaking grind today. But no, this was supposed to be a 48-hour thing. We were supposed to get these bonuses for 48 hours, and they came out of nowhere and said this is going to be extended till the 30th. Now, this is the irony here. Last episode, I talked about how to deal with post-event withdrawal, like when there's no more events that you don't know what to do because the game just goes back to being static and normal, right? And I thought that would be a relevant article and a relevant topic for the week because there wasn't shit going on. And then what does Niantic do? They say, oh, let's make this 48-hour Earth Day thing an entire event for the whole week. Let's give, let's change the spawn pool. Like, I wasn't expecting increased spawns. Not only did the spawns increase, but there was a complete shift where I was seeing core fish everywhere. I was seeing
Larvitar.
Freaking Larvitar
Yeah.
spawning. Like we were walking in the mall the other day and caught a couple Larvitar. It's like
Carvana.
Carvana's everywhere. Like I'm not complaining because I've caught a
I
stupid
needed
amount
those.
of Whalmer
I needed
and
those so
and
bad.
Magikarp, but I was talking about there going to be no event, and then now we have another event. So that makes me think that tomorrow, the 30th, when this event ends, it's like, what does Niantic have up its sleeve now? Like, what are they going to drop?
What are you going to do,
like, what are they going to
Niantic?
drop
I
on us,
can't
out of
wait.
nowhere?
We've
But
been spoiled, honestly.
I know that's what I said last week. I was like, we've just had event after event after event. Now now what are we doing? And it's like, holy shit, they give us another event. It's like, dude, it's like nonstop.
Well, that's because we whined and we complained and we cried and we stamped our feet
You
like
did.
little tiny babies, and they gave us what we wanted.
I wrote a nice formal letter asking. No, just kidding.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see if anything happens between the 30th and the 8th before the rotation.
We always say, all right, it's only a week or so where we'll have this downtime and typically they will sometimes even drop the next legendary a couple days before the cutoff for the previous one. So we might have, I doubt they're just going to make this legendary rotation stand alone. There's got to be, I don't know. Could there be something else coming before then? I don't know.
we'll see.
Cue the X-Files music. No, it's like I don't know. But we've just been so spoiled. But the triple Stardust is going away. I've been powering the hell out of my Pokemon, and I'm still hovering around that 3 million mark.
I still can't fucking break a
dang.
million.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
I've
a
never
Stardust
broken a
hoarder.
million. That's
I'm a
insane.
Stardust. Yeah, dude, I'm a hoarder. Adam probably has like 13 Stardust right now.
Honestly, I know, and I've been spending my Stardust because every time I catch a 100%, I just power it up regardless of what it is. I just held on to my dust, and I haven't touched any of it. And I have quite a bit.
I'm only powering up the Pokemon. Like I powered up the 100% Ampharos, but I regretted the hell out of it. I had Stardust like, what is it called when you remorse? I had Stardust remorse after I spent it all. I was like, why did I do that? I should have just saved it.
Because now you have 100% Ampharos.
I know, but this Earth Day event, they throw Shiny Whalmer into the mix out of nowhere,
did.
and this is, I don't care what people say, that shinies are changing the landscape and they're putting too many and making them too easy. I freaking love shiny checking Pokemon. Like I love it. It makes catching not so fun Pokemon very fun.
like Murkrow.
Like Murkrow, dude. I'm telling you, it's like I mean, Khylerr, are you like a shiny hunter? Like, are you grinding?
A little bit. Like when I play, it's oftentimes for the video, so it's not as like much gameplay as you would think. But I do try. Like I've gone to a few nests and spent like an Aeron nest and spent like a couple hours there just trying to like find one. But it's just I feel like there's not effective ways to shiny hunt in Pokemon Go like there is in the main series. It's kind of just random.
Right. Well, you kind of have to use an exploit with soft resetting for the most part in the main series games.
Yeah,
where,
that's that. I guess that is one way.
So it's like that would be like if you could encounter a Pokemon from the world map, have it zoom in and it's not a shiny, then you run away and then click on it again and it's a whole new random number, if it'll be shiny again. That would be kind of the same thing, like close the game out, reopen it, that Pokemon spawns again, check it again. It's not shiny.
I feel like that would be more annoying because then your friend would just be like, hold up, I need to stay right here until I get the shiny. It's like, we gotta go. Like,
and
I'm been standing here forever. Come on.
That would be Adam. That would totally be Adam. Like the Delibird is there. He's like, I have to stay here.
Guys, there's two of them next to each other. I'm just going to check them both. I'm going to restart, check them both again. I'm going to keep going until I get one.
Oh, but we went shiny hunting the other night. Pretty focused. Melissa, Josh, and I. Friday night. We said, let's go out. Let's catch this freaking purple whale.
No,
we were focused.
I was focused on the carp because I'm still holding out on my Mew quest.
Oh, yeah, for her Mew quest.
Because I want this freaking shiny carp with all my heart and soul. So we went out on Friday night to fish, go fishing.
Yeah, I love it.
Who catches the carp?
Our son caught a shiny Magikarp.
Who doesn't even want to go. He didn't even want to go.
But he lost his freaking mind in the back seat. He was like, ah! He flipped his shit.
Yeah.
It was awesome. He lost his voice. He was going nuts.
I was very angry.
No.
And I'm still a little bitter actually about it.
Yeah, but then the next day you go to the Asbury Boardwalk and
yes, I did. I encountered my shiny whale. So I was very, very happy. I was only out for like an hour, and I went 65
CP shiny Whalmer.
Yeah,
I don't care. I don't care.
Oh
he's
yeah,
shiny.
I don't care. I don't care.
As
either.
long
if
as he's
shiny,
he's shiny. That's all. It makes me happy.
No, dude, shiny Wailord is
purple.
awesome. It's like pink.
He's purplish.
It's pink.
He's lavender.
Pinkish.
Lavender.
Purple.
Oh, but
I can't wait to evolve him. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Niantic announced on Twitter, starting May 1st, there's going to be a research shakeup. So we're going to get new field research tasks and a new research breakthrough with Zapdos. So no more Moltres.
I just
Zapdos
got one
is
more
coming.
Moltres.
So
Team Instinct represent.
Exactly. I'm thinking that if you have your box now, like if the box is there and you don't open it, I think if you were to like open it tomorrow, the 30th or whatever, it would still be a Moltres. And if you hold on to that box till the 1st, it would then be Zapdos. We don't know for sure because we can't experiment, but that I'm pretty good on Moltres. I'm ready for something new. And I guess this is going to be like the monthly rotation where every month they're going to switch up the research breakthrough and the research tasks, which are cool. But what's interesting here is they said the brand new set of field research tasks, they will focus on flying and electric type Pokemon, and it will include skill-based tasks that will challenge your abilities as a trainer.
Interesting.
So does that mean they're going to be more of like the excellent throw stuff, or I don't know, but I like the fact that they're addressing that not just the breakthrough is changing, the actual research tasks are changing. And
it's going to be more of those stupid fucking streaks. Like,
yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. Like, make 3 excellent curveball throws in a row.
Yes, exactly.
It's like, thank you.
No, yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's tough.
Those you got to use on legendaries. Like when you're doing a raid boss, you could do the Prodigy's Nation circle lock.
I can't do that trick.
I'm not even good at that either.
I can't
do it.
I hit my Mewtwo today. We had weather boosted Mewtwo, by the way, today. And,
that's hype.
Yeah, we had someone caught 100% too.
Yeah.
In our
that's
group.
extra hype.
Yep, Paulie Walnuts, 100%.
He did.
Yep, and it was so funny because like everyone selected their Mewtwo, like clicked into it, and he just slowly walked away from the group, didn't say shit.
Yeah,
and we're like, where is he going? And then he came back and he's like, I got it.
He's like, I needed a minute.
I really like the way they're doing this with changing up the research, and I'm hooked on that research system. I think it's awesome.
It's fun.
I've been doing the thing where I'll have a completed task and I'll wait till like 12:01 a.m. and I'll finish it. So I'll get my stamp like immediately following the next day.
I actually have been having some glitches with the research thing where I was spinning stops and I wasn't getting new research. And I had another glitch where I knew I had 3 research things in my log, and it wasn't showing all 3 of them. It was only showing 1, and I was like, what the fuck? What is this? So I tried spinning new stops, and it wasn't giving me new research. I was like, all right, that's kind of weird. So I shut the game off and then turned it back on. Same thing happened, and then like an hour later, all 3 of them were there.
Wow.
I was like,
that's weird. No, I had an issue where they were gone off my list as well. And the same thing happened where I went back in, but I didn't have to reboot the game. I just closed out of the research menu and went back in, and I was like, okay, there they are, and all 3 of them popped up again. But yeah, that's weird.
Are there any tasks that you're holding on to right now? But like you just haven't completed, but you're holding on to it?
No, you cashed them all in.
Because I have one that's catch a ditto, and it's like 3 rare candies as a reward.
Really?
What?
Yeah, and I'm just holding on to it.
Yeah, I would hold on to that and eat those rare candies.
Yeah. See, but I hate holding on to the tasks because I just want to turn them over quickly. You know what I mean? It's like I'll find one that's like catch 3 Bellsprout and they spawn like all night long in my house. So it's. But I love the research, man. I think I think this is a good thing. But yeah, if they change it every month, I think that's fair, right? Like that's a good cycle.
Yeah, they got to change.
No, I feel like that's good. Yeah. I kind of like it because it gives more casual players for the legendary for that month. You don't have to like religiously play to get every single breakthrough Pokemon.
Sure.
I like it. It feels more relaxed. I don't feel like all this pressure. Like I have to go out and do it. Like life can happen.
I agree.
Melissa's so happy. You're taming the internet. How is this possible?
You know why? Because you're such a grinder. You're such an opposite player than me. That like it's nice to see. It's nice to hear somebody else that's just like chill about it. I like it.
Just wants to have a good time.
Yeah, who just wants to catch the Pokemon because they're
just
cute
wants to
and
catch
fun.
an Eevee or 2 and put it on your shoulder. That's all we want to do.
Yeah, that's all. Or just have a Snorlax and follow you around.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it, but my ass is still getting up at 5 a.m. tomorrow to go restock.
Oh
you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Nuts, bro. You just make me think of Jersey J.
Oh, it's funny stuff. Funny stuff. All right, let's get into this APK teardown of the 0.101.0.
Nerd.
No, what do you mean nerd? Melissa's always busting chops about nerd stuff, and it's like, you know what? You were the one who went out grinding by yourself the other day. It's like I got to call her out for actually playing the game because she's not a filthy casual anymore.
I went out. I did.
I'm telling you because
It's because I wanted this fucking cart, bro. I got the whale. I wanted the cart, but I got the whale, so I'm not gonna be,
No,
I drop guys in gyms and everything.
I know. I was like, I don't know.
That's unheard of.
She's actually playing the game. It's like
that's crazy.
Weird.
I know.
So strange.
See what happens when Niantic does Niantic. See what you do.
All right, let's talk about this update. There's a lot of quality of life stuff here. A lot of things that are just tidbits. So not a lot of active updates. This is going to be stuff that's going to be coming soon. But I'm pretty psyched on a lot of this stuff. So there's going to be an ability to report the weather if it's not functioning right. So you're either going to be, so they brought up a screen where you're either going to be able to say the weather is not accurate at all, or the weather seems accurate, just not up to date. And I think that this is going to be a nice little piece of feedback that they can get, because right now we update within each S2 cell. It's going to update once per hour on the hour. So 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, the weather will update. Now, if in that S2 cell it's raining at 1:59 and it crosses into 2 and it's still raining, but then by 2:02 p.m. it stops raining, in game that rain is going to continue for the next hour within that S2 cell, because it's only how it's at the beginning of the hour when it turns over. That's going to dictate the rest of the hour. So I'd imagine if there are enough people say that the weather seems accurate, just not up to date, maybe they would consider going to a half an hour cycle rather than an hour cycle. I don't know. But I don't really mind the weather if it's off a little bit, and I play a lot in the car. I drive a lot, so there's a lot of times where I'm crossing over into different S2 cells, and I get the different changes in weather just because that's how it's, mapped out by GPS. But pretty cool that we'll be able to add some feedback here. And again, any way for us to be able to communicate directly with Niantic in any capacity, that's going to be, a step in the right direction in my book. this is a big one. POI submission hints. We've talked about Operation Portal Recon and Ingress and how we kind of need some kind of submission system in Pokemon Go because there's just not that many Ingress players compared to Pokemon Go players. And in rural areas, there may be even less Ingress players to Pokemon Go player ratio. So any kind of way that we can submit our own Pokestops and let the Pokemon Go community vet those Pokestops, it's just going to be a win-win for the game, and it could really start to flesh out rural areas and give these players, something to do. Like, hey man, call me closed-minded, but what is Idaho like, man? Are your gyms and stops like close to each other, or like is everything spaced out?
It's pretty. There are some pretty rural areas, but a lot of the bigger towns like Boise is the capital, and it's pretty big. It's like a city, right. And there's stuff going on there all the time. Also, where I'm from, it's Nampa. There are like right in downtown. If you go and play there, you'll be fine. But it's like there are some smaller towns that as you get out, there's like nothing going on.
Yeah,
there'll be like 2 gyms, and then it'll be like, I remember I was walking around in this one town and there was like, it was a neutral gym. It was just a white gym just sitting there.
Sitting there, Team Gray.
Just like, cool. But it's
nobody
not
wanted
too bad.
it.
It's not too bad in a lot of places. The Discord servers and like the community here is really strong because it is on that borderline rural area. So you rely, for especially raids, you rely on each other a lot. So the community here is really strong. It's really nice about that.
That's cool.
That's cool. I mean, yeah, the Discord has been a game changer in my community. I mean, I have a very active area, where we've got a group of, probably 100 to 150 people in our Discord that we raid with regularly. So there's a huge group, but there's like I guess our core group is probably like 30 of us.
Yeah.
And it's Discord has made all the difference with getting us all together. Like the EX raid we did today was literally our entire core group. There was one person there I didn't recognize. Everyone else there was from our group. It was awesome. It was cool. We owned it.
We owned it.
Was it very organized and well planned?
It was.
It was because we do an invite system through our Discord, so. Everyone, because it was pretty much all of us in the raid, everyone was in the Discord. So we immediately knew when we could drop and all that because everyone was checked in. It was very, very well orchestrated, and it was very successful. Very successful. Nice. They also added another feature where you're going to be able to search for mythical Pokemon.
What do you mean, like
typing mythical, like how you can search for shinies right now?
Oh, that's cool.
You'll be able to search on mythical, but obviously Mew is the only active mythical Pokemon, so this would lead one to believe, since you can only get one Mew, that if you're going to be searching on mythical, just type frickin' Mew. It's shorter. So the reason you would have to type mythical is because there's going to be more than one. So that's good news for Celebi fans because give me
where you at.
Yes, I can't wait for Celebi. I'm a big Celebi fan, so can't wait for that. 2 new quest types were also noted in the code: Join Raid and Complete Battle. So I guess that's going to be more of just the skill-based research tasks that are coming. I guess they're going to be more centered around battling and raiding. But this is the most exciting part of this update, Teardown, is that there was a new move added to the game. It's not completely implemented in the game, but it's there. Smackdown, which is a rock-type move. And there's like, in the main series games through Gen 3, there's like over 50 Pokemon that could learn this move, whether from leveling up or through TMs. I don't care about any of them except Tyranitar. Because if Tyranitar can learn Smackdown, you can now have a spec'd out rock-type Tyranitar with double rock moves. And, I love my Bite Crunch Tyranitars, don't get me wrong, but being able to just have some spec'd out rock-type Tyranitars is going to be awesome. So give me that move for Tyranitar, and we good.
Yeah, we good?
We good.
All right,
we good. We Gucci.
All right, cool.
We Gucci. I've got a freaking army of Tyranitars. They're all specced out the same way. It's like, give me a little...
Yeah, because you're boring.
Wow.
What? I'm sorry.
Damn, son.
I'm sorry. That's what happens when you grind.
I know. It's terrible. It's terrible. She's so mean.
No, I'm not.
She's not.
I'm not.
Yeah, not nice.
All right,
love
here's
like
the
two Tyrannotars, and I am just happy with them.
See, dude.
Yeah, I think I only have 2 as well.
Dude, you're slowly
Yeah.
becoming my hero, man. It's the it's the funniest thing. It's like you're different, man. You've got a different take, and it's refreshing.
that could go so many ways. You're different, man.
That's in a good way though.
You
In a
take him
good
as
way.
you take him as refreshing, yet you take me as the internet.
Well, because you're like freaking
I play
sandpaper.
exactly like him.
But he's like, I'm good. You're like, fuck
Yeah, so-
everyone
so-
else.
Kyler's like a refreshing, ice cold water, and Melissa's like a lukewarm water with like salt in it.
A little bit of salt.
Oh, that's so true.
I
All right,
love you guys
this
too.
is the featured story of the week. This is great. So, this guy, his name is Dr. Pogo. He's level 40 times 4.
Jesus.
So this is like one of the elite players in the world, for sure, right? He's on a flight. He's from the San Francisco area. Niantic is based in San Francisco. And sees John Hanke, CEO of Niantic, on the plane. And they end up hanging out, talking. They put up YouTube, or they put up Instagram videos or a Twitter video of them, talking. And obviously, John Hanke knows that every word he says will be scrutinized, even if he's saying it through the wall in a men's bathroom. You know what I mean? Anything he says is going to be dissected. And this dude, Dr. Pogo, got him, I don't know if he gave him a truth serum or was feeding him little shots of tequila or something like that.
Yeah, let me get you. This one's on me.
But dude, a ton of information came out of this conversation, and this is the time where you need to keep your hype level in exceptional check.
Come on.
Melissa was getting all fired
it
up
on
and
me.
bouncing and shit, and I'm like, look,
I'm waiting to hear
a lot
it.
of this
Come on.
stuff it's in conversation. So there's people out there going it's confirmed, baby, going nuts and shit. And it's look, this was a conversation.
Well, that's
between
Mystic
two people
7.
on the plane. Yeah, I know,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
hilarious. But listen to all this stuff that they talked about, and this guy, Dr. Pogo, reported via Twitter, and now everyone is picking up news-wise and running with. So, Generation 4 and PvP are being worked on. No shit. All right? It's all right, we know that. We know that. But there's something, in quotes, there's something being done about maps to make it more raid-friendly. No specific details shared. But this is what people have been asking for when it comes to how they would like to see Niantic implement some kind of map system where they don't want it to be like a tracker where you're going to be plotting out GPS of specific Pokemon, but for raid coordination, they should disclose where the raids are, because that doesn't necessarily take away from the element of getting out there and go. It kind of gives you an itinerary. I'm all for that. I would never use some third-party bullshit, but if this was, a Niantic initiative, I'd be gung-ho for it. So something's being done about maps. All right, I'm cool. I'm cool with that. The level cap will be increased. We all kind of expected that.
they had to do
That's
that.
pretty much, a surefire thing. Now, what's interesting is, I think when you hit level 33, I believe, that all the experience it takes to get to level 33 is the same amount of experience it takes to get to level 34 from level 33. So it's they start to really stretch out, and level 39 to 40 is 5 million XP. So let's say they bring the cap up to 50, right? How do they start scaling the XP at that point? Do they make it stupid where it's
Well, they have
10 million, to get to 51? How big do they make this? I don't know. Because you're going to have some overnight level 50s of these people that are level 40 times 4. How far will that get you? Will that get you another 5 levels, 6 levels? I think it's a good thing. I think there's a lot of people that are in the end game phase right now, and they kind of need a little bit more incentive when it comes to XP. Because I hit level 40, and I'm just as concerned with XP as now as than I was when I was level 39. Because I'm trying to get in that.
God knows when I'm
trying to
gonna
get
hit
in that
40.
registered team.
I don't
I know.
know.
I'm not concerned with it. I'm still at 39. I'm not dropping lucky eggs left and right to try to rush to 40.
No,
I'm enjoying it.
It took me 2 freaking years, and I rushed my ass off as much as I could. It still took me 2 years.
I just hit 35, and I'm so happy.
No, that's
I'm
awesome.
so happy as can be.
POI submissions, we all know about that. GoFest 2.0 is in the works. You know, we kind of assume this is going to be that German thing where they talked about some German property that can handle up to like 100,000 people was kind of plotted out or something like that. So that could be the GoFest 2.0 that he's talking about. Who knows? My life won't let me travel right now, but man, I would love to go to a big scale.
Yeah.
You know, because we went to,
be
you know,
so cool.
Khylerr, Adam is in New Hampshire, 6 hours from us here in Jersey. And we're about an hour and a half from Philly. So he came down for Philly Free Streets, which was not even a Pokemon Go event per se. It was just, where Pokemon Go was involved. And it was amazing. There was just like thousands of people like just everywhere playing. Like it might as well have been a Pokemon Go event. Like I didn't get to go to GoFest, but I want to experience Pokemon Go in that capacity.
And for every single raid there, it was just every lobby was full.
I know. It was so awesome. I mean, that's like these Safari Zone European events. It's, even though it's at a mall or in a small area, it's just so congested that, you can just crush every raid because you're going to have full lobby of Instinct, you guys.
Oh, yeah. We're finally going to shine.
And then finally, this is going to lead us into our next little conversation here. The last takeaway from the John Hanke spill the beans on the plane conversation, where Niantic is indeed taking actions against spoofing, and the recent ban wave was not a mistake in any fashion. Meaning they're really focused on spoofers and cleaning up the community and cleaning up the gamers. Now, we talked last week about Jono Plays. Melissa flew off the rails again.
Triggered.
She was totally triggered, and I ended up showing her an FSU video, which I hate fucking giving these people a view. Like I hate giving them a view, but you gotta watch it for science. You gotta watch it for science. And so I'm showing her this video, and like it was late as hell. I was like after midnight or something like that on a school night. Like we have work in the morning, and I just see like her skin turning red and like smoke starting to like come out of her ears, and she's just like. She almost snapped to the point where she was gonna like throw something at the TV. She's like, change it. Like we're watching it, on the Chromecast. I'm like, couldn't change it fast enough on my phone, like to get it off the screen. Once she had enough, she was like, I can't take this freaking kid. But we've had some more conversation online about Jono, and I've tagged him and messaged him privately and said, like he follows us, and it's like I asked him, come on, man, We definitely, and I even said it. I called myself out. I go, look, we piled on you, man, but I want to hear your side of the story. Come on the show. And he hasn't responded. So, I mean, if he's listening, I don't know. But, Jono, we would love to have you on the show to get your perspective. Because
we don't want to fight. We just want to. We just want to know. Inquire.
Yeah, and honestly, like, I think it's just beneficial for him because some people don't necessarily watch his stuff at all. But they know about spoofers, you know what I mean? But to have a spoofer and then have it in that passive, you can just listen to it while you're doing whatever, like that might benefit.
But dude, he's been like spewing venom and gasoline on the flames with Mystic 7 over the past like couple days on Twitter, and it's like, dude, man.
See, I have this
just like peace and love, man.
I have this love-hate relationship with spoofing because as much as I don't agree with it, in a way, there is a need for it for certain players.
Stop saying that.
I believe.
Stop saying that.
I do.
Am I one of those players because I'm in New Hampshire and you guys are in New Jersey and I just want to play with you guys all the freaking time?
No. So she goes, all right, so this, after we turn off FSU, right? Melissa goes into this rant
and I know
of talking about the argument, and this argument comes up all the time on Reddit and all the time on Twitter of what if someone is disabled and they can't get outside.
Yeah,
and
that's the only. Right. Honestly,
okay, but I have a great story, a great counter to that. So today at the EX Raid Pass, there was this guy who he was maybe in his 50s. He was in a wheelchair, and he like not even an automatic one. Like he wheeled himself there to do the raid. And then I don't know where he came from, but he didn't he had nobody with him. He just reeled his way out like across the park for like I don't know where this guy came from.
Yeah.
But he was in a wheelchair.
That is hardcore.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hardcore playing. Like he's like, I'm here, I'm ready, let's do this. And if he's like, if somebody like that is willing to in a wheelchair, willing to go out and grind and play this game, I don't know. I don't see reason or an excuse.
I see that, but what if? And my point, Ken made that point the other night when we were watching this fucking kid. He made that point the other night, and my rebuttal to that is, what if you have a condition that literally prevents you from leaving your home?
All right, and here's my answer. You got to play a different freaking game.
But that's not fair.
Or you have social anxiety and you can't go outside and play with other people.
Play a different game.
Exactly.
Play the 3DS games.
No, why can't I be able to have...
You can. You can just play it from the house.
Listen, no. There's a difference between holding your handheld and playing your game and catching your Pokemon and being able to have that Pokemon spawn. If you cannot leave your house, having that Pokemon spawn on your fucking bed and ARing that picture. Are you kidding me? That would make me...
Hold on. Let me look in the future. We're going to be at court in a divorce hearing, and we're going to be like talking about like, she said spoofing was okay. And then it's just like, all right, he's going to like, bam, the gavel. It's like, you get shit. She said spoofing was okay. No, look, I don't care. Under no circumstance. But why do you love it?
It's a love-hate relationship.
No, it's a hate-accept relationship because you're accepting it under...
I hate these jerks that are on YouTube that make these YouTube videos because they're stupid. There's no reason for them to be spoofing. But I appreciate the fact that they are giving the information to people could potentially...
Hold on, I need like a thing of gasoline to dump on her and light her on fire right now, you heathen!
Need it if
just
they
get that glass of salty water.
The option of any other way.
Okay, so
because I love Pokemon so much, and because it makes me so happy when I have like a coughing spawn in the house and I get to AR him in the house. Like, think about how happy I am. Think about it.
You see, you could play the game when you're in the house, just like that person could too. But don't make them spoof to a raid. But
I would never see a Snorlax in the house.
Well, that's your fault. You live in the wrong house.
You gotta move.
Damn, I'm gassed up right now. It's gonna be a long night, people.
It's gonna be a long night.
See, that's what I'm saying. Okay. It's a love-hate relationship.
No,
I hate the YouTubers, but
No, it's look. We have company, honey.
Okay,
we have company. We need to contain yourself a little bit.
Get back in the cage.
It's so funny. Terry Wolf tweeted earlier. He's like, "We can't wait to hear what Melissa has to say, or like what the internet has to say today." It's like, there you go, Terry Wolf. There you go. Oh, heathen.
She went off the rails. And then she's back on the rails, sort of.
I do hate them.
How is that
I hate
train
the
on
guys.
track?
I hate. There's no doubt about it. Like, who's the second guy we watched?
FSU.
That guy. Oh, I can't stand him.
He just doesn't seem nice. Like, he doesn't seem like he has a nice bone in his body.
Yeah.
He's just a bonehead.
That's another thing I've noticed. A lot of the spoofing community is really toxic.
Yeah,
I've noticed, like, I'm not, like, saying they all are, but, like, from a lot that I've seen, it's, like, the most toxic side of the Pokemon Go community comes from that spoofing side.
Yeah, I see that as well, and, that's kind of what Reversal has been dealing with, because he's got so many people that are, like, on this witch hunt against him, and I give it to Jono because his fans are freaking loyal. And this dude can do no wrong. Like, he could say anything and, make shit up and put, just completely blast people for no reason. And then it's just like the pylon starts with the followers. They're just like, yeah, what he said. Yeah. Like over and over. And everyone's just like, this dude is like preaching the gospel here. So it's very interesting. But yeah, I agree with you, Khylerr. It's toxic, dude. It's definitely the worst of Pokemon Go. And it's...
Well, and that's like another thing with when you are at that level of Jono, because I'm not at that level where I don't have like a dedicated fan who would like kill somebody for me. But like,
I'll stab you, Reversal.
At that level, I feel like there's a certain level of responsibility that you have to have so that your fans don't go out and death threat somebody. Like, because when you're getting in this beef with people, like your fans are all invested in that too. So it's like these people are getting death threats, like Mystic is getting death threats and Reversal is getting actual death threats. And it's like, I feel like there should be some kind of responsibility on the person who sent his fans over there,
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Well, and that's half the problem, I think, because there's this sense of entitlement and then there's this sense of where the accountability doesn't lie on them. And it really does. And it's... I called him, he has this Robin Hood complex where he thinks that, it's just no matter what, he's in the right, and it's not cool. It's not cool. And it was coming off of Earth Day. That's right. We were talking about like all this awesome stuff that happened on Earth Day, and all the trainers getting together and games doing good, and all this great stuff that came from it. And then you go on Twitter, and it just kind of fizzles away because you're seeing like just all the just bullshit, and it's like, man,
I'm glad I'm not on the twits.
Well, dude, you're lucky you'd break your computer when you see it, but
or you'd throw your phone across the room.
Yes,
and then you wouldn't be able to play Pokemon Go. And then you'd be sad, and
then my life would crumble away.
You'd have to spoof.
What?
But then
no, I would not. See, I would never spoof. I would never do it. I would never do it.
I could never look at you the same way.
Melissa, why is your character right next to mine? Are you spoofing right now?
How are you in my gym?
I still don't know.
You just knocked my Delibird out of a gym. Come on.
Oh man. All right, Adam, let's hear about this night of yours. And I kind of experienced this with you because you were texting me. I was getting live commentary.
Yeah,
you break it down
got it
for
bad.
us.
Or you got it the worst out of. I only told you and one other person. So long story short, it's a long story. Sorry. So I started. So this all was at work. I catch a 98% Whalmer, and I'm like super stoked. I'm like, yes, I finally caught a good one, because I have like some good ones that I've hatched, but one of those that I caught earlier in the night, because I didn't realize this till I got out and it was like 10 o'clock. One of those was 100%.
Whalmer?
Yes.
With the Go Plus.
And I've been spoiled.
Nice.
I've been spoiled because the past like 3 days have just been like pouring rain up here. So I've had weather boosted and like just an increased amount of them just all over. And I literally was like jumping for joy when I caught the 100% Whalmer. Like I found it and my boss was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I just caught a Whalmer. It's 100%. You don't understand. It's like going to be the best gym defender. It's so excellent." Like I was so excited. I'm eating my Chipotle in the car. The store's closed.
Gotta celebrate.
Yeah, and the hunt for Whalmer continues. I grinded for 2 full hours straight into the night, and then I pull into like a church or whatever. There's like 5 Pokestops all in like that one section. And so I hit all the Pokestops. All of a sudden an egg starts hatching. It's a 10K, and it's a Trapinch.
Nice.
And then I'm like, I appraise it, obviously. And it's like, battle with the best of them. HP, attack, defense. And I'm like, don't troll me right now. Don't troll me. And I hit the last one. Battle with the best of them. And I'm like, oh my God. And I haven't had a Dex Vibrava or Flygon. So like, this is like big for me.
That's
now I can
awesome.
Finally evolve it and get that into my Dex. And then I get a wild encounter. It was a Ghastly. And then that was 100%. I'm like, are you serious?
Are you kidding me?
Nope. No. And so seriously, I even like wrote on it, and I wrote evolve during community day. So I'm going to hold on to it until October to get that special move.
Right.
So if you get 100%, hold on to it. Don't evolve it yet. As I'm pulling out, there's a Whalmer, and I tap on it, and it's shiny. Get
the hell out of here, dude. What?
And this is all in like within a matter of like 10-15 minutes, like. And I'm every time I caught something or did something, I sent it to Ken. So like he saw me.
I'm like, is this all happening right now?
Oh my.
Yes, it did. It all happened like consecutively.
That's so much clickbait. All in one.
I know, man. It's
right.
Like, that's awesome. Just get the screen recorder. Just
Oh my
let
God,
your screen
dude,
recorder run.
That's so ridiculous.
That's insane.
That was pretty much my Wednesday night, and I'm over the moon. And like since that night, I haven't spent a single amount of Stardust, or since I caught the 100% Whalmer.
And just so everyone knows, Adam is a 100% fiend. He really likes his 100%. But yeah. So.
And I am a fiend with Stardust, and I just spend it all on the 100%. And so right now I'm at 269,959 Stardust.
That's a lot for you. 300,000.
It's the most I've had in like the past 6 months.
All right, I wanna move on. The show's getting a little long here. I wanna close things out. We have an email to cover, and then we'll go real quick into our battle party segment, which will be fun and different. But we did have an email from Pidgey Grabba, and now this is a great email when it comes to Salty Sunday, because the first line of the email, which is hilarious, is are you ready for my internet to come out? That's the first line of the email. So I'm not going to go through the whole email, but I will feature 2 or 3 lines from the email, which is great. So the first line from the email I want to mention is, now this is in regards to him seeing Jono plays in his recommended videos, where he'll be watching trainer tips and then close out the video and then like a Jono video will pop up. He writes, the fact I close out and see this guy's face drives me nuts. So that's right. So it's so great. And then this barrage, which Pidgey Grab It, dude, I was pissing my pants. He just wrote, don't tell me you have a community of cheaters. Fuck you, you're a douche. Be a real Pokemon Go player and go the fuck outside. I was rolling. Pidgey Grab It, thanks so much for writing in. Dude, hey man, we could be your Salty Sunday,
venting post.
Yeah, venting post, totally. But yeah, I agree with you, man. It's, when you're watching a spoofer, and Melissa had this aha moment when I showed her Jono actually spoofing and how quick and easy it is. And she's like, holy shit, did he just do that? I'm like, yeah, that's it. That's spoofing.
It made me hate him even more.
And I was just like, it's, yeah.
And the fact that he gets so fucking excited about his catches is
he started dabbing. You
didn't actually catch that fucking Pokemon,
did,
bro.
though.
No.
He did.
You didn't, because your legs work. Your legs work,
Here
right?
goes the internet.
Your legs work. Get the fuck up. Open your goddamn door. Go outside. Take your medication like a big boy, like I do. Like I do. I take my medication like a big girl, and I get the fuck outside. Except
do they have jobs? Do they have to actually go places?
Yeah, exactly. Even when it's cold and it's brick outside, and I hate fucking Mother Nature, I'm still bundled up with a blanket on, sitting in the car, and my troop knows. They see me sitting in the car and they're all outside.
Melissa Pescator, it's just so good. Thank you for being you.
Those of you who need to
Thank you for being you.
Those of you who need to spoof because of your
talking.
disability, I am for it.
No,
I am okay
all right,
with
I'm gonna have to make sure.
But you jerk offs that make the fucking videos, you can all fucking suck it. I hate you guys.
Be nice. Be nice.
Okay. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. But Pidgey Grabba, thank you for writing in. Be like Pidgey Grabba. Email us at info@luredup.com.
I like that.
All right. Adam had a good idea tonight to do a battle party for our favorite Pokemon.
I love this.
From Gen 1 to Gen 3. And I was surprised at the Pokemon that I picked because I spent some time on this. And I went Gen 1 heavy. That's no shock there, being an old fart. But I was very surprised at what came out. So Adam made the joke and said that I would choose 6 Geodudes. So that while that would be my style, I put the rule of no duplicates. So this is who I brought out. Gotta have Geodude. I gotta have Magikarp. Right now, this is where things started surprising me. I'm looking through everything and I'm looking in detail, and I'm like, you know what? I'm bringing Charmander because I don't want Charmeleon. I don't want Charizard. I'm bringing Charmander, and I'm keeping him Charmander forever. That's it. Then I'm like, who else do I need? And I'm like, Melissa's been obsessed with coughing and wheezing lately, and that's transferred to me. So I brought a coughing because coughing is just, there's nothing better than taking an AR shot of coughing and zooming it in all the way so it's just his derpy face, just like smiling at you. So I brought the coughing, and now I finally move away from Gen 1 here a little bit, and I choose Entei. Entei has always been a favorite of mine since the third Pokemon movie. I've always loved Entei. It's just triumphant and beautiful, and in I Choose You, they animate it perfectly, and it's exactly how I vision Entei with all its wonder and beauty. So I brought an Entei, and then a Ditto. I brought a Ditto at the end. Why? Ditto. Because Ditto's got an awesome song. I don't know if anyone's ever heard the Ditto song, the Metamon song. It's so good, and if you listen to it, it'll be stuck in your head forever.
Forever and ever.
Yeah,
and ever.
But I'll throw a little clip of that song in. But yeah, so I got Geodude, Magikarp, Charmander, Coughing, Entei, and Ditto. What a freaking weird group, but very surprising.
Faves?
Those are my look. Geodude's my boy. Geodude is my favorite no matter what. That's my number 1 Pokemon ever. The other 5 are more like flavor of the week. They're just the ones I was feeling during this process of building it out. Adam, I know Delibird's first on your list. What other 5 Pokemon are you bringing besides Delibird?
Since my current job is dealing with like gems and jewels, like Sableye has quickly become my second favorite Pokemon. Okay. And so I'm going to take my shiny Sableye because it's bright yellow and yellow is my favorite color. So boom. And then I love Shuckle because he's a little turtle. Too. I love Corphish. I mean, you can see that with my TCGO name, Hardcore Fish.
Yes, Hardcore Fish.
And then I'm taking my 100% maxed out Ferret, just because it's obnoxious.
So stupid. It's so great.
It's awesome, and like I was so accomplished when I powered that all up. It took all my dust, but I was so accomplished. And Lantern, because it's my favorite in the card game from when it first came out.
So you got
back in like Neo, yeah.
Delibird, Shiny Sableye, Shuckle, Corphish, Ferret, Lantern. Another weird group. All right,
they're my misfits.
We'll go to Melissa here before Khylerr will jump in. And the joke for Melissa was 6 Snorlax because obviously she's obsessed with Snorlax. But her rebuttal to that was, I don't even have 6 fucking Snorlax.
But if I did, I would.
If I did.
No duplicates. No pomegranates.
Yeah.
No, say it with me. No pomegranates.
My party would consist of all Gen 1 Pokemon.
Are they all Gen 1? Yeah.
They are. They are all Gen 1 because they are my favorite Pokemon. They are the ones who I've bonded with and made me fall in love with this super fun game. So of course I have my Snorlax, and then I would go with Clefairy because I can't say Clefairy without saying Clefairy. And yes, my coughing and my wheezing.
Yeah.
Because I've always had just a kinship with them. Charizard because he's Charizard.
It's our son's favorite Pokemon. I was almost going to put Charizard in there, but then I was like, nah, I got to go with Charmander. It's my Pokemon Red, old school.
And Jigglypuff.
Hell yeah.
I love me some Jigglypuff.
I was anticipating that.
Hell yeah. So you got a mix too, but you got Snorlax, Clefairy, Coughing Wheezing, Jigglypuff, Charizard.
But you know what? If I had my Mew... Yeah, Mew would be in there.
Oh shit!
And I really should.
Mew.
I really should. I was really tossed up between putting like coughing definitely was going to be in there, like 100%. But wheezing, I could have gone either way because I really wanted to put Mewtwo. Right. But I think I would really honestly just want all Snorlax.
All Snorlax.
I'm looking at the list. I just love him so much. I just want to hug him. I just love my Laxies.
So before we go to Khylerr, now what Adam had put in was 3 Blaziken and 3 Trico for Khylerr. So the first Khylerr video I showed Melissa was a great video from Khylerr that is, what does it do, like a minute long?
Yeah, it's like a minute and something long.
It's just called Blaziken, my dude.
It's the best video ever.
Dude, we watched it twice. We watched it twice in a row.
Yes.
We were like, this is so good. It's so funny. I'll link specifically to that video, but it's a great 420 video that involves Blazikens and Trico, so that's pretty fun stuff. But all right, who from Gen 1 to 3? Who are your favorite? Who would you bring?
Eevee, of course, number 1.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 2, I did put Blaziken, my dude.
Yes.
Just because I had to. Number 3 is Gengar because I love me some ghosts, and Gengar is probably the best ghost out of those gens. Corsola, because Corsola is, it's slowly become my favorite regional just because it's like water and playful and fun. We got Pidgey because pigeons are wildly underrated.
Yes.
And then Pikachu with a witch hat.
Oh, all right.
Oh, keeping it classy.
Nice. Dude,
I
so
like
we've got some.
This was
some
a fun
weird
battle
groups.
party thing.
You know what? We didn't do our song Battle Party. Ooh. But that's a good mix too. So that's awesome. This was a good one, Adam. This was a good one. So it's very telling. And what's cool is, we could revisit this once later generations come out and see if any of these existing ones make the cut.
If it's gonna be favorites.
Yeah, the whole meta is going to change too. So like the things that we play with could change that as well.
Well, as long as they don't make Machamp irrelevant, because I just sank like 400,000 dust into like 3 of them. But that's pretty much going to wrap up today's episode. Got a couple more housekeeping things. This was a good one. Khylerr, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you
for joining us today.
I
I really am looking forward to everyone checking you out. Make sure you check out his channel, subscribe, connect with him on Twitter. And there's some high quality, great production content there. But plug away, man. Let them know where they can find you.
You can find me just on YouTube if you were to type in just Khylerr. It's just about everywhere. Just Khylerr. Just that on anything. Just type that in and it'll come right up. I'm mainly like on Twitter and YouTube are like my two big things.
Awesome. Well, we'll point everyone in that direction. Definitely check it out. Sure. I know Terry Wolf already said he gave you the subscription, so we gotta get this guy some subs, man. These videos deserve to be seen because they're good. Thank you. They're good.
Yeah, no, I honestly just want to rewatch another video right now.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff. Check out GottaWatchEmAll.com for everything that we do. Make sure you check out the Patreon page. Leave us a review in iTunes. We would greatly appreciate it. Check out our full format Pokemon Go podcast called Gotta Watch 'Em All, where we cover Pokemon Go, but also every other form of Pokemon, including the TCG, merchandise, anime, all that kind of stuff. Check that out. And streams will be making a comeback to the channel, so be on the lookout for that. I definitely want to get into weekly Go streams and also TCGO streams, so just check out GottaWatchEmAll.com for all the links to that. And I'm Proud Gamer Tweet on Twitter. Adam, where can they find you?
You can find me at PhoenixBackFloorFire.
And Melissa's at youcan'tfindme.com. And that's about it. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll see everyone next week. Thank you so much, Khylerr. We appreciate it. Take care.
Thank you for having me.
Peace. Thank you and good night.
Good night.